Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am your Muse Traci and I am your favorite manifestation coach. I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life. To stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. I do offer one-on-one coaching and group coaching. We're currently underway in the group coaching, so just one-on-one coaching is available right now. I have another group coaching program starting in a couple months, roughly. So in my one-on-one coaching program, we take a deep dive into your subconscious programming and we do the work to clean up your programming or your belief system that is effectively covering up or masking your true nature. I take you through the process of cleaning up this programming, integrating the creator belief system, releasing stored emotions from the past, as well as teaching you how to honor and process your emotions on an ongoing basis. Your emotions are not to be ignored. They are not to be dismissed. So I teach you how to do this in a very productive way. And when you do these things, a couple of things that I've mentioned, you don't have to try so hard to constantly, keep your thoughts in the right place. And you don't have to try so hard to stop reacting to your reality. What a relief, right? So these couple of things, as well as much, much more. And we meet 2 to 3 times per week, depending on your schedule. In between the sessions, you also have email access to me if anything should pop up. You also have homework to do in between the sessions. You have to do your homework. The change isn't really accomplished, in the sessions. In the sessions, we're talking about what the work is, but it's your job to go and do the work, to apply. So it's an intensive month, and I designed it that way so that you are creating real transformation. Not just learning a technique, or I'm not just teaching you how to manifest. You are already brilliant at manifesting. I say this all the time. I'm teaching you how to remove blockages, to remove stuff that was never yours to begin with, and the stuff that thwarts your manifestation efforts. Okay. So that's what we're doing in this intensive transformational month. A lot of my clients stay with me longer than a month, and that's really up to you according to the level and amount of support that you want. If you're interested in learning more, you can definitely leave me a comment, send me an email. I also have a free mini course. And this course, I designed it to help you clear up some fundamental questions that I see a lot of people, I was seeing a lot of people having these questions. And so especially if you're manifesting a specific person, really every manifestation includes a person, whether it's job, money, car, it's all going to involve people. So every manifestation is really about a specific person. And so why is this even possible to manifest a specific person? The mini course goes into that. I explain everything. I get all of your questioning solved so that you don't have to, at least you can put that part of questioning aside. You won't have to question those things anymore, and you can move on to manifesting your person and not questioning, is it working? Is it not working? I don't know. Does it work? Why would it work? Why would this even work? You can stop questioning that. So you can find that in the description down below. I also have a 7-day I am challenge to get you back in the habit of deliberately, consciously using your I am, which is basically your power. What you say I am to is what is, showing up, what is manifested. All right, you guys. Let's get into the video for today. So today's video is all about taking action. And I am super excited about this because I cannot tell you the amount of people that think that if you take any action, you are messing with the middle, you're manipulating, you're not manifesting. And yeah, it's one of the biggest misunderstandings, misteachings, guidance. I don't know where this is coming from, but yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. And let's just get right into it. Let me look at my notes and see where we're going from here. I have so much to say, I don't even know where to start. So let me look at my notes and get organized here. So many things to talk about with this subject, right? So yeah, here we go. So yeah, this video is prompted by a lot of questions that I got from my latest videos, Living from the End, as well as Messing with the Middle. Go and check those out if you haven't seen them yet. But this is also something that I get, in the comments quite often. So let's start by discussing that you are a three-part being. You're made up of body, mind, body, and spirit. And this can relate to thought, word, and action. Okay. And in addition to that, we live in a physical plane, and there is physical action. You take physical action every single day to, move through this realm. So physical action, this physical plane that we live in, it's made up of these three things as well. There's physical action, there's talking, there's thinking. It's all part of it. It's not just one, okay? It's not that we just want to use one of these, skills or gifts or whatever you want to call it. We don't just sit and think. No, you sit and think. You can start there. That's a great place to start. Meditation, visualization, consciously directing your mind. This is where we start. But this is not where we end. A lot of people want to make it out to be like, this is it. This is all you do for manifesting. No. This is where you start. You start here. You get yourself focused. You work on your programming. You clear out the blockages. You take out the rules that you don't want. You clear out the old beliefs that were not yours to begin with, because you're making the rules of this reality, by the way, and you make them up with your belief system. So I've never condoned this in any of my videos, that you only use your thought or your imagination and then you wait for everything to fall in your lap. I didn't do that in my journey, and I don't teach my clients to do that either. Now, with that said, there are times when I tell my clients, stop taking action. And usually this comes to a specific person. And it's not really stop taking action. It's more like pull back on the action, because they're driven by action at this point. If I'm giving them that advice or recommendation, they're driven by the action, and they think the action is what's getting them the results. You can apply this to business as well. If you think the action that you take in your business or your work or with another person, the conversation, if you think that that's where you're getting the results from, it's not. It's just not. You have to change your mindset. You have to change your belief system and focus your attention and focus on, where you want to go. Create the imaginative experience, the inner conversation of where you want to go, and then you might take some action. So yes, there are times when I tell my clients, stop taking action. And this could be, again, in a specific person relationship, manifesting a specific person, or it could be with business. Typically it's with, specific people when someone is trying to manifest and, they're the ones kind of initiating contact and pushing and trying to get things to move forward. And they're being met with resistance, or they're being met with silence, then we need to put the action aside and go back to what's going on inside of you. So yes, there's absolutely a time and a place to pull back your energy and your doing, your actions, your physical actions, and to focus what you're doing inside of you, your consciousness, your imagination, your inner conversations, focus more on those, and allow yourself to receive. You have to be able to receive also when we're manifesting, okay? That's definitely a skill. So you have to get develop the skill of not always being the doer, not always being the initiator, not always being the one pushing forward. Okay? So there is a time and a place, but it's not appropriate as a blanket rule. If you're reaching out to your specific person, you're manipulating. No, sorry, not true. Okay? There's a time and a place for initiating, and there's a time and a place for pulling back. Okay? And it's not, please, if you're hearing anyone say, you should never be initiating, you should never be reaching out, it's follow the advice if you want to, but it's not, I don't know how that can be the right thing for everyone in every situation, everywhere. So this is not the only answer, and it is common misconception and misdirection in the manifesting community, as I was just saying. And this reminds me about someone who asked in the comments, hey, Traci, why are you promoting your coaching business on your channel? Why aren't you sitting back and just manifesting it? Which I'm assuming this person meant sit back and don't take action and imagine it is done. So you see, it's all three. It's thought, word, and action. Not only do I speak about my business, but I also take action in my business. I, take action when I'm inspired to take action. I take action, after I've done my inner processes and got everything, right on the inside of me. I have things to create, and I meet with clients and I post things. There's plenty of doing in business and in relationships, you guys. In relationships, you have to speak your mind. You have to interact. It's an interactive dynamic in a relationship, right? So this person was very much trying to compare the two equally, the business and manifesting a specific person, which again, they were saying, I was told to sit back and receive. Again, I don't know where you were told that from, but it's not a blanket statement that's right for everyone at every phase of the journey. So, but even the thought in general is wrong. I don't care what the subject you're applying it to. If you want to manifest anything, you should use all three, thought, word, and action, right? You're a three-part being. This is a three-part realm, universe, dimension, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we're not just in this non-physical space where it's just thought. That's some other dimension. We're in this three-dimensional space. So all three are useful. The order you use them in is very much important, but it's not that, if you take action. So the short answer is taking action is manipulation. No. It's not that if you're taking action, you are manipulating. No, absolutely not. Can taking action be manipulation? Yes. Yes, it can. But to say that all action is manipulation is just not true. And again, it would imply that if you're manifesting correctly, then you would never take any kind of action. Because if taking action is manipulation, you aren't manifesting. So I think I've cleared this up. 3 parts. You always need the 3 parts when manifesting. So that leads to the question, well, if taking action can be and cannot be manipulation, how do I know which one it is? Okay. Great question. So you can tell through your state of being when you get the impulse to act. You can tell. So all of your action is inspired. I know there's this, again, a conversation about inspired action. Is it inspired action? Your action is always inspired. I don't care what it is that you're doing. Go for a walk, eat breakfast, take a shower, do your laundry. Contact your specific person. It's all inspired. It's an impulse coming from within you. Okay, so all action is inspired. And you want to look at where is the action being inspired from? Are you being inspired from an insecure, lacking, wondering, needing, wanting, worried, not knowing place, unsure, insecure place? Is that where your action is being inspired from? Is it being inspired from, if I don't check in, maybe we'll never talk again. Maybe they'll forget about me completely. Is it inspired from that place? Or Is it inspired from a secure, confident, knowing, not questioning or doubting place? Like from a pure place of like sharing, of contributing, of giving, right? It's like, what place are you being inspired from? So looking at where you're being inspired from is what you want to look at. What state are you in when you receive the inspiration? Because again, all action is inspired. It's all inspired. So when you get the inspiration to act, whether it's to reach out to your specific person, to pursue, or to check in, or whatever, notice where the impulse is coming from. If you are being inspired to act in your business, call someone, reach out, post something, offer something, just ask yourself, where is it coming from? Is it coming from lack? Is it coming from confidence? Is it coming from a pure place of like sharing an inspiration, inspiring people that they can do it, right? What place are you being called to act from? All right, you guys. So let's recap. Taking action is manipulation. The concept that taking action is manipulation is a gross generalization and is a misunderstanding of some fundamental key pieces about how reality works and also who you are. This is your reality. Are you meaning to tell me that you have to sit back idly and do nothing in your reality? No, that seems weird. So if you are the star, the main event, the main character, you get to act whenever you want to act. Just make sure you are acting from the place, the space exactly of that. You are the star, you're the main event, you're the main character. You're always acting from that place. If you're always acting from that place and not from lack and scarcity and doubt and fear, then you're good to go, right? And so get yourself into the correct state and then act away. Act as much as you want. Do as much as you want. You are here in this physical dimension, 3-dimension, to move and to act and to say things, right? This is part of this reality. So one thing I want to add in here, because I said, if you find yourself in the state of being the star, being the main event, being the main character, then act away. But let's say you don't find yourself in that state. Let's say you find yourself in questioning, wondering, doubting, longing, lacking. What to do there? Well, first, yes, don't act, don't pursue, don't reach out, don't promote from that place. Doesn't mean ever, just means from that place. Okay, then so what to do? Do something. I don't care what it is. Go for a hike. Sit down and meditate. Journal about how everything is, perfect, your ideal reality, scenario. Whatever shifts you back into the state of being the star, being the main event, being the main character of your reality, that's what you do. Now, when you get into that state from the other state, from the state of lacking, longing, wishing, wanting, from that state, when you get yourself into this state of being back into the main character, the main event, you may not have the same impulse to act. Okay, so very important. Doesn't mean get yourself into this state and then follow through with what you were inspired to do from over here. You may not have the same inspiration. Okay, so do the work to get yourself over here. And it's like you want to drop whatever inspiration was coming from this place. Don't assume that just because you got yourself into this state that you have the same impulse to act. When you let go of this state of longing, wishing, wanting, hoping, doubting, you're putting that state down. You say, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to do something to move my state. Put the impulse down as well, because when you get over here in this main event, main character state, then You're just listening for what impulses come from this state. All right, so don't bring the impulse with you. Let the impulse go with the state that's over here. Get yourself into this state and then see if there is an impulse to act over here. Don't just assume that you're going to have the same impulse, the same inspiration. So thought, word, and action. Action should be the last step. First, get your mind, your imagination, your state right. Then speak from this place. Act from this place. When and where and how you are inspired to act from this place, let it come about. Let it come upon you. This place of having it now, confidence, completeness, wholeness, contentedness. So in other words, what are we clearing up here? Action is part of manifesting. It absolutely is. You can't get it wrong, you guys. If you act from this state of longing, wishing, wanting, you'll know. You'll know. Because the response you get is going to reflect you wanting, wishing. You're going to get more evidence of, yeah, you want it. You miss it. You long for it. You're going to get evidence of that, which you don't want. You don't want that. That doesn't feel good. So notice the state you're in. And when you get over here, remember there's new impulses, new inspiration over here. So don't bring the same impulse with you. Let it go with the old state. Get yourself into this state and do something for yourself. Go for a hike, go for a walk, go to gym, go to yoga, whatever you want to do. Now that you remember you're the main event, you're the main character, do what you need to do. Work on your business. Work on your other relationships that have nothing to do with your specific person if that's what you were initially inspired to do. Okay? All right, you guys. So, thought, word, and action. Thought comes first. Use your imagination. Imagine your end. Imagine it to the state where you feel the feelings. You feel it real. Then once you feel it, talk about it if you want to. You don't have to. But if you're inspired to talk about it, talk about it. Talk about how this is what you're doing. If you're, Neville talks about this, and I get this question sometimes too. Should I talk about my manifestation before it's here? Well, Neville says, keep it to yourself. And he says that because a lot of times if we're in the process of manifesting, we're still a little bit vulnerable to being pushed back into doubt or pushed forward into confidence. So he's saying, keep it to yourself. That way you're not you're not pushed around by other people's limitations coming onto you, right? So you're not vulnerable in that way. But he also says, if you can talk about it and you're not, pushed around by other people's doubts, limiting beliefs, basically your old limiting beliefs is what would be coming back to you from other people. If you're not pushed around by those, talk about it all you want. Okay? Thought, word, and then you act. You act as if. All right, you guys. That's it for this video. We cleared up so much regarding action and manifesting. I'm so happy that it's no longer a question in your mind. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.